Hello and welcome back to Soul Search Sunday with Johnny Tiger on July 3rd, 2022. And look at this, we are exactly a week before my mom's 70th birthday. Wow, my mom is getting old. Don't let her hear me say that because even though she's getting old, the fire is still burning. That is still one very aggressive, bad-tempered lady. Yeah, I should know. I talk to her very regularly, even though she's in Taiwan and I'm living in Canada. I guess in some ways she sees me as part counselor, part her only child, but a big part one of her closest confidants and friends. Because when she talks to me, it's not so much that she wants to hear me say anything. It's not so much that she need to know anything about my life. No. When my mom pick up the phone and call me, or when I call her, she spends about 30 minutes to an hour just going on and on and on about problems in her life, and then before she's ready to go, she'll say, "Oh, well, everything's okay over there? Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. I'll talk to you later. Bye." And sometimes I feel kind of violated after I talk to her. I feel like she just dumped all her problem onto me and then she's gone. Like never anything about, are you doing okay? How's the weather over there? And how's the pandemic situation? No, usually none of that. As even if she does ask, she doesn't give me the opportunity to really talk about anything. Uh, so, for example, sometimes once in a blue moon, she say, "How's the weather over there?" And I said, "Oh, it's raining all the time." And she said, "Oh yeah, 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 I know. That's just the way Canada is." Okay, well, I gotta go now. Bye. That's about it. So I have talked about my mom many, many times. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Okay, most times kind of bad. But today, I want to talk about one of the very few times when my mom actually was that super cool mom. Now, most of my friends and teachers, people that are not family, people that don't know my mom very well, would be surprised to hear me say that. What do you mean, one of the few times your mom was a cool mom? Your mom was the coolest mom in the world. Your mom was super cool. In fact, a lot of my friends, especially when I was a teenager, thought my mom was super cool. She was the cool mom. Why is that? Well, as far as I can figure it, three reasons. One, my mom was very, very generous. She still is. Um, but especially back when my family was well to do, I still had money in the family. My mom was so generous with gifts and money that it was borderline ridiculous. For example, let's say my mom's at home, and let's say I have my friend Josh over, and I said, well, Josh and I want to go out, and I said, hey mom, Josh and I are going to go out for lunch. We'll see you later. Now, a lot of other moms would say, okay, have fun, boys. Be careful crossing the street and don't come home too late. And all that stuff, all that motherly stuff. Not my mom. Never said that. Uh, a lot of other mom may say, hey, Johnny, do you have enough money on you? You're going out for lunch. Do you have enough money on you? Now, that would make that mom kind of really, really cool already, right? No, not really. That's not what my mom would do. What my mom would do in this case, she would come out and walk to the door with us, and she would casually come up with $500, hand it over to my friend Josh, and say, "Okay, have fun." And yeah, just like that. Like she wouldn't give me the money because she knew I had money because I had a pretty good allowance, but she would make sure that my friend would get money, so they wouldn't feel uh, they wouldn't feel like they were inferior to me, or they wouldn't feel like that I had to buy them food and stuff like that. And she would make sure to give them money. And she was very good at giving gifts to friends and friends' parents and teachers. That she had a good memory for people's birthday. She would either keep notes or she would just remember. And whenever there's a teacher that have a birthday coming up or friend's mom or dad, my mom would casually show up with like a something like a gift certificate for several $100, or she would show up with a uh, pre-charged gift credit card or one of those things, and or some expensive outfit for people. At the very least, she would always give them some expensive chocolate or imported stuff. So yeah, to a lot of my friends and teachers, my mom was the cool mom because she was so generous. Second reason, and this one really bugs the heck out of me because a lot of my friends and teachers thought my mom was the cool mom, the coolest mom in the world, because my mom was beautiful. And okay, I know a lot of people, every one of us, like to say that our mom was beautiful because, you know, everyone sort of think that way about their mom. But in my mom's case, it's beyond that. I'm not even talking about my mom was beautiful, like pure and innocent and angelic or that kind. I'm talking about my mom was goddamn sexy and hot. So much so that it was bloody annoying and embarrassing because my mom liked to parade around in sexy outfit. Uh, like if she was going swimming with me, or she was going to the like sitting in the hot tub or stuff like that, like in string bikini and stuff like that. And I hate to say this, but it was a sore subject with me because so many of my friends and some of my male teachers at one time or another would remark how much they fantasized about my mom. And my mom was a regular masturbatory fantasy for my teenage friends. Yeah, they told me that. It was just not. They thought I was cool. They liked to look at my mom. I didn't think that very cool at all. Yeah. Reason number three. My mom was extremely unconventional. Let's say you go over to your friend's house and you say in front of their mom, I'm having so and so looked at my girlfriend. I'm going to go beat him up today. Most normal mothers would say you shouldn't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Like, you got to learn to forgive. The girl is not worth it. They will try to talk you out of it. Or at the very least, they will pretend they didn't hear it. Not my mom. If you come over to my house and you say that you got to go beat up so and so later, my mom would ask, you got a baseball bat? You need a ride? I can give you a ride there and make sure that you're okay. And let's say if you go over to other friend's house and you smoke cigarettes, a lot of mothers would do the motherly thing and try to nag you and to say smoking is really bad for you and all that stuff. They try to shame you, they try to nag you. Not my mom. If you came over to my place and my mom knew you smoke, didn't matter if you were underage or whatever. Most likely, next time you came over, my mom would have a pack of imported expensive cigarette complete with a new Zippo lighter for you because you were a family guest, because you were my friend. Like I said, she was very, very unconventional and very generous. But no, All these three reasons made her really cool in other people's eyes, but she was not cool in my eyes. She barely ever spent time with me when I was a child. She was so lacking on sensitivity that she borderlining on being cruel a lot of the time. And there were so many things that uh, we didn't get along with each other. But like I said, I want to talk about the one time when my mom was really, really cool. And this go back to me saying talking about smoking. Because when I was a teenager, I got into smoking as well. And when my mom finally found out that I was smoking, at the time I was 14, she didn't yell at me, she didn't scream, she didn't nag, she didn't give me all that nonsensical stuff about you're too young, and she didn't state the obvious that smoking is bad for you. I was young, I was not an idiot, I knew it was bad for me, I chose to do it. And she didn't say, I'm going to tell your father and let your father deal with you. No, she didn't do that. Instead, my mom did something so clever and cool that I can't help but really applaud her for that. My mom asked me, like very conversationally, she said, so are you ever going to quit? And I said, well, I don't know, maybe, and at least not right now. And my mom asked me, she said, so I know that you're not of age, so you must, how are you getting your smoke? So I told her, I said, well, I had to buy it from friends and or these under the table places we can buy them from. And it's like it's kind of expensive, but hey, at least they don't ask for ID. And my mom kind of paused for a couple of seconds, like she was thinking, and then she said to me, she said, "Look, how about I make you a deal? I will give you, I will buy you cigarette. Not the cheap stuff either. I'll get you the imported stuff, the good stuff. I'll get you a Zippo lighter. I'll even get you Cuban cigar. I'll get you all the good stuff. So you don't just smoke. You'll smoke in style. You'll be super cool in front of your friends. But you have to promise me two things. One, you only smoke five a day. You can't go over five cigarettes a day. And second, you have to quit the moment you turn 18. And I thought, whoa, that is a great deal. I mean, I don't have to buy any of my smoke cigarette. That means I don't have to spend my own money, and I can get the good stuff. I don't have to stick to the cheap stuff, the Canadian stuff. I can get Davidoff and all those expensive American brand, the Chinese brand, and I can I don't have to quit until I'm 18. I thought I was 14. I got 4 years to go. And she gets me a Zippo lighter and Cuban cigar. Wow, I would have to be an idiot not to obey by that rule. Not to go with that. So yeah, we did the pinky finger thing and cross my heart, hope to die, and all that swearing thing, and that was it. For the next 4 years, I didn't have to buy my own cigarette. I smoked up to five a day. As long as I didn't go over, I was fine. And my mom provided me with anything I wanted, smoke related, lighters, cigars, expensive imported cigarettes, and so on and so on. Even uh, gave me places that I could smoke in relative peace and safety, so my dad wouldn't find out about it. And true to my word, when I turned 18, I quit smoking. cold turkey, just like that, because a promise was a promise. So in a sense, my mom was clever enough that she realized that even at that age, I was a person of my word. Once I promised something, I would stick to it. If I said I'm not going to smoke more than five a day, then I wasn't going to smoke more than five a day. If I said I was going to quit when I was 18, I was going to quit when I was 18 as long as she held up her end of the bargain, which she did very, very well. So, thanks, Mom. That was super, super, super cool.